Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a key fob wristlet. You can also use these wristlets as a strap for handbags or mobile phone straps. Now I'm using mine on my mobile phone, so that is what I'm making today. I have done a tutorial before, I will link that one at the end. And in that one I used a double-sided fabric, but today I'm going to be bonding two separate fabrics together with a form of heat and bond. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So in my key fob kit, which I got from AliExpress, I will link everything that I use in the description below. I got the key fob hardware. I got these clips which you attach. I've just shown you here on a key ring already, but these come without the ring attached, but you just simply slip the clip over the key ring here, and then you can then clip this onto a handbag or onto your keys, whatever you need a strap for. You also get some tassels. Some of the kits don't include the tassels, but mine did. And these little jump rings which you can attach your tassels. And the important part is this tool. This tool allows you to apply your hardware to your fabric, and it's coated so it doesn't scratch your hardware, and it is as wide as the hardware, so it applies even pressure. So this is a really good thing to make sure that you get this in your kit. I also ordered these, and these are little straps. They're like little cord straps with a little mini key ring sort of type thing at the end, and these are what I use to attach these to my mobile phone. And I love my mobile phone strap. The last one I made in the tutorial I did before, I had it on my phone for over a year and it lasted really well, but I've got a new phone case and I wanted a little bit of a change, so that is why I'm making another one today. I also ordered some key fob hardware in a bronze colour as well, just for something a little bit different. So if you've got, say, a bag with a gold zipper, you can then have the matching hardware as well. So these are the two fabrics I've chosen today. This is a fine glitter sort of purpley marble. Because my phone is a lilac colour, and because it's got black in it as well, I've chosen this black faux leather for the inside of the strap, because I like to use something smooth for the inside of the strap so that it doesn't irritate on the wrist. And this is just a cheap faux leather that I got from AliExpress. Again, everything will be linked in the description below. So to bond my two fabrics together, I'm using this heat and bond, and this is basically what you sandwich in between, and this will keep your two fabrics sandwiched together. So we need to cut our fabric now, first of all, and your strap can be any length that you'd like. Now, I've got quite small wrists, so I do mine 10 inch, but you could cut your strap to 11 inches if it's for, say, a man or someone with a bigger wrist. But I do mine 1 inch by 10 inch. So starting on my marbly glitter fabric, I'm just going to measure across, so it's 8 inches across, so I haven't got enough to cut it that way, so I'm going to have to cut it at the side. So first of all, I'm going to mark down from the top 1 inch, and I'm going to do it again a little bit further down. So from the top 1 inch, and then I'm going to join the two dots together, and I want it 10 inches long. So I've got it lined up at 10 inches. I'll just move this over a bit so you can see. So I've got it at 10 inches at the edge, and I've also got it lined up against this dot and this dot that I made, so I know it's going to be nice and straight and even. So from the 1 inch all the way down to the end, 10 inches. I'll just draw the line going down as well, just so you can see. So this is ready to cut out, and then I'm going to do the same on my black faux leather fabric. Now I did measure this earlier and it is exactly 10 inches across, so I'm going to measure my 1 inch mark and the other side up to 1 inch, And then I'm going to cut this all the way across because, as you can see, it is 10 inches. So I'm lining up my ruler against my 2 dots that I made. It's actually slightly longer than 10 inches. So 10 inches up to the edge, and I'll do it up to the 1 inch, or 0 inch should I say. So this piece here I will have to just cut off because it's about 1/2 centimetre too long. So here are my 2 strips now cut out. I'm going to just set those aside and taken my bonding fabric. We now need to draw a strip on here as well to cut out. Again, 10 inches by 1 inch. So I can just see that on there. I don't know if you can. I can just see the pen line on there enough for myself to cut it out. So I'm going to do the same, cut it out with my scissors. So there's my fusing strip now cut out as well. Now we need to pop these together. So taking my faux leather strip, the bonding fabric, and then my glitter marble fabric. I'm going to carefully line these all up on one end. And I'm just going to do a little section at a time. So making sure that it is straight around a couple of inches down at least, so to about there. And then I'm using hair straighteners, and I've got my hair straighteners set, I don't know if you can see that, to 180 degrees. And I'm just going to gently start pressing this together. And I do have to do this very gently and carefully because I don't want to melt my leather fabric, because obviously it is a faux leather. It can melt very easily, but as you can see, it's taken the heat okay. And then just keep working your way down. Lining it up as you go along. I've just got a slight little bit of overhang of the fusion fabric. And like I say, this does take a while, but if you do this slowly, I can feel the straightener sticking to the leather a little bit, so I have to be very careful. I'm just going to bring my heat pad onto my desk as well. You will also notice that I'm doing it in a curved manner as well, because this is going to be the outside of my strap. So when you start to curve it round, you do naturally get the bottom piece have a slight overhang, because this has obviously a shorter distance to go, and this is quite stretchy, this fabric, so as I've been pulling it round I have stretched it out a little bit, but it's fine, it's still working okay, so I'm not concerned about that. I'm just going around the edges now, just to to make sure that it is all sealed in together. So as you can see, it looks a little bit open here. I also have some overlap because, like I said, from hand cutting you do tend to get a little bit of overlap at the end, but we can correct that, it's not a problem. And you want to leave this for around 5 to 10 minutes to cool right off, because that is when the glue can really set. So now my fabric has had a chance to cool. As you can see, we have some overhang. We don't really have any on this side, but we do on this side. So I'm going to give this all a bit of a trim down now, just to make sure that it is all even. So as you can see with this fabric, it has gone a bit smoother. It was like a shimmery finish, but the heat has taken away, like sort of melted the shimmery finish. So this fabric was obviously quite delicate. That don't always happen. Like the last one I did was chunky glitter. If you've got a chunky glitter and use heat on it, it should be fine. But this has obviously just melted that shimmery coating. But it's fine. I've given my straighteners a wipe and I'm happy with the finished look. I've taken out the pieces that I need, the tassel, the little jump ring and the key fob hardware, and of course my tool. And just to show you my lovely new phone case, it is see-through, so you will see my lilac coloured phone through this. It will go really well with this strap, and it has got the holes at the bottom to attach my wristlet. So yeah, that's where it's going to go. So taking my fabric, I'm going to fold this in half at the top, making sure it is very even and straight. You can trim off any little bits if you've got any little overhangs, but I'm not too worried about that little tiny bit there, as long as the sides are all in line. And then taking my key fob hardware and my tool, I'm going to insert my hardware into the tool toward the back, and I'm just popping it together to hold that in place. So I've got it nice and central like that. The flat pieces at the bottom and the teeth are at the top. And then taking my fabric, I'm going to lay that into the hardware, making sure it is level on both sides. So I'm just going to check, and as you can see, it is flush on both sides. And then I'm gently going to push this down, not all the way, just a tiny little bit, about to there, just so I can now check that it is still even. And then once I'm happy that it's even, I'm going to insert it again and go for the push all the way down. And I'm going to bring it to the front a little bit more so I can get a better push on there. And I'm just going to flip it this way round and give that a really good squeeze. Until I'm happy that that is fully flush with my fabric. If you wanted to, you could take one of these hooks, which don't normally come with a keyring attached, and pop it on there. So you can use this on a bag or a keyring. But I'm going to attach one of my straps so I can use it on my phone. And I'm going to go for black to match my tassel. And I'm going to attach my tassel first. So I'm going to pop my tassel on this little jump ring. So I'm going to pop the jump ring on the key fob part. And then take the tassel and pop that on there. And then using my tool again, I'm going to nip the two ends down together. And then I'm just going to nip it this way as well, just to make sure they're nice and tightly closed. So that is my tassel now attached to my key fob, and as you can see, the black looks really nice with the black in the middle and in the marbly pattern. And now we're going to attach this part. So we don't need this piece, so what I'm going to do is remove this. So I've removed this ring and I'm going to set that aside because that might come in handy. And instead I'm going to pop this onto my key fob. Now this is a very small key ring, so it can be awkward to get on. We're there. Keep twisting it all the way around. There you go. So now we've got these two on here, and now we're ready to attach it to our phone case. So to do that, I pop it in through the top hole, grabbing it from the inside, and then inserting it back through the bottom hole. Grabbing it through, and then opening up the loop. You want to insert your wristlet through that loop, pulling it all the way through, and the tassel, and then you can pull it tight, and there you go. There you have your wristlet on your phone case. And these are really handy to have. Like I said, the last one I had on my phone case for over a year, and the only reason I made this one today is because I got a new phone case and I just wanted a bit of a change. So you can pop this on your wrist whilst you're holding your phone, and if you go out and about and you accidentally drop your phone, you're not going to drop it on the floor and risk breaking it because you've got it on your wrist. So yeah, they are really good to have. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you press the bell button, that will turn on notifications. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.